I just end with two du'as of Ibrahim al-Islam and Nuh al-Islam. Ibrahim al-Islam is saying in Surah Baqarah 2 and Ayah 128 and Surah Nuh 71 Ayah 28. رَبَّنَا وَاجْعَلْنَا مُسْلِمَيْنِ لَكَ وَمِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِنَا أُمَّةً مُسْلِمَةً لَكَ وَأَرِنَا مَنَاسِكَنَا وَتُبْ عَلَيْنَا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ رب اغفر لي ولوالدي ولمن دخل بيتي مؤمنا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات ولا تزد الظالمين إلا تبارا. Ibrahim al-Islam said, Ibrahim and Ismail al-Islam says, O our Lord, make both of us Muslims, submitters for you, and from our offspring Muslims, submitters nation for you, and show both of us our places of reclusion, and turn to us, surely you are returning the merciful. Now, Ibrahim al-Islam and Ismail al-Islam, first of all, they are messengers and prophets. You know the messenger prophet status. Now, they are saying, make both of us Muslims, submitters for you. So that means to be submitter for Allah is a great thing, is a big thing basically. We say that we are Muslims for Allah, but we don't. Because Ibrahim al-Islam, this is the education that how Ibrahim al-Islam is the friend of Allah, Ibrahim is the prophet of Allah, Ibrahim al-Islam is the father of the religion. And he's asking, and Ismail Islam, O our Lord, make both of us Muslims, submitters for you. So we all should be following the sect of Ibrahim al-Islam. And he was the sect of Nuh al-Islam. Ibrahim al-Islam, the sect. So, and he further, وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِنَا أُمَّةً مُسْلِمَةً لَكَ. And from our offsprings, you make Ummah, nation, Muslims for you. Now, they are asking Allah to make Muslims for you. We are saying that we are making Muslims. We cannot make Muslims. We can make Muslims submitters for our personality, ourselves. We can't make Muslims for Allah. It is the individual and Allah. I or nobody can make Muslim. Remember, Ibrahim al-Islam does not say we will make Muslims. They are asking, oh our Lord, make both of us Muslims for you, and from our offspring, you make nations Muslims for him. Ummah nations, Muslim nation for you. وَأَدِنَا مَنَاسِكَنَا, and show us our rights, manasik wa tub alayna, and turn to us, innaka anta tawwabur rahim, surely you are returning most merciful. Now the last part is innaka anta tawwabur rahim, surely Allah is oft returning merciful. Now this is the attribute that I would like to just tell you. This attribute is applied on a human being when the above portion he believes and means it. If he knows that Ibrahim al-Islam, Ismail Islam is asking to make us Muslims for you, and from our offspring nation Muslims, you make and show us the manasik or reclusions, then Allah is oft returning merciful. So Allah's attributes acts upon people when they look at the context. You can't say Tawwabur Rahim, Tawwabur Rahim, Tawwabur Rahim, Tawwabur Rahim, Tawwabur Rahim, Tawwabur. No. You read it how Ibrahim Islam, Ismail Islam said it, you mean it, you understand how their emotions were, and in the true sense you want to be Muslim for Allah. So when you say these words and you mean it what Ibrahim Islam, Ismail said, and you have essence in you, then you get, Allah will be oft returning merciful on you. This is very important. So, and further, Nuh al-Islam is, dua is, Rabbi gfirli wa liwalidayya wa liman dakhala bayti mu'mina wal mu'mina wal mu'minat wa la taziz zalimin illa tabara. Oh my Lord, forgive me and forgive me my parents and those who enter my house as a believer, and for the believing men and for a believing woman, and the oppressors do not increase except in destruction, ruin. Here, Nuh al-Islam is asking Allah to forgive him, Rabbina Filli, and his parents. And he's asking that whoever enter my house. Now here, his house is not the physical house that where he used to live. He's referring to the house of Allah and enters as believer. Ibrahim has asked for Muslim submitter, he's asking for believer. So both are connected. You have to be believer and the submitter. You don't have to be one. Muslim submitter is the name. You have to join in with believers, men and believing women, joining the house of Nuh al-Islam or the house of Allah. وَلَا تَزِدِ الظَّالِمِ إِلَّا تَبَارًا, and the oppressor do not increase except in destruction. Now I'm just telling you that Allah asked Noah to make an orbits. And one of the, metaphorically, Safina is used as a ship. So when he made this, so he asked, who will board the ship? The believers. This is a very important point I'm telling you. Only the believers board the ship, not anyone, not his wife, not his son. Not his wife, not his son. So that is why he says, Nuh al-Islam is asking, forgive my parents and forgive me. And whoever enters my house as a believer. Otherwise, you can't enter the house of Allah. You can go there, visit Makkah and enter the house of Allah. Security will be provided to you. But you have to be believer. You don't have to be mushrik, associator. So it's Allah says, as waliman dakhala baytiya mu'mina, as a believer, and believing men and believing women. So both Ibrahim Islam and Nuh Islam was from the same sect, Muslims, but at the same time they were also believers. Believers is very important. Summation and believing and correction. So this is total into harmony to become Muslim sect. Otherwise, people are falling. They all, if you ask anyone and they refer to any other book, like suppose the Christian believe this only, so he's a Muslim of this book. He's submitted to this book. So it's very easy. You find out what you believe. He will tell you my belief is this. So is he talking about ayahs? If he is not talking about ayahs and not talking about ayahs and his belief, so he's not a Muslim sect. And the Muslim sect is what ayahs says in the Quran. So that is what Muslim sect is. So Ibrahim al-Islam asked for asked Allah to make a Muslims him and his Islam, and also a nation Muslim for Allah. That's what Ibrahim al-Islam prayed. And further, Nuh al-Islam prayed that they should be believers, entering in the house of Allah, entering the house of Nuh al-Islam, as men believers and women also believers. So remember, we have to believe also and do corrections, and first we submit and then believe and do correction. If we don't believe and do correction, then we are where we are.